Ẹ má bí o, máa ṣírí mọ́ mi kò. Nítorí tí náà ti ń gún àtọ̀bẹ̀ fọ́ yẹn, ọmọ ní I'm busy, ẹ̀kẹ́yọ̀ kan sọ̀rọ̀ lọ nítorí máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ìdí oúnjẹ yẹn ni, mami kò. Mo jealous yín àti.
Mami coach ever no. I bet even so on scene. As in too much names.
Ẹni mọ̀ mi jí bèbí mi. Ṣé bá mú ọlọ́pàá tó ń tẹ̀lé mi lẹ́yìn tí mo mú dọ́dọ̀ yín, màá ní kó bá mi mú un wá. Mi ò tí fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ náà, mo wà ní iṣẹ́. So,
Okay,
someone else go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, vengeance, the dependable crusher. Coiner, hold on. The coiner of the words. Emperor, gladiator, and general.
Ọláìdé máa fàtẹ́wọ́ sí Ọláìdé bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn máa fàtẹ́wọ́ sí.
I'm bringing on board vengeance, the dependable crusher, the coiner of the world, the emperor, the general, and the gladiator. Tó ń fáwọn kan lórí. My darling brother. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Nabotsky Faose of anti-justice.
As in, guys.
Give me one jiggy of any other side that is against true justice.
As in, no.
You shake her.
Vengeance,
Vengeance, we say. General Emperor.
I want
General Gladiator. Vengeance, we say.
God bless you.
God shall not fail us.
Yes, God shall never fail us. This hype is too much. God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
Yeah, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I appreciate you for all you do for justice. Our posterity will never forget you. God will continue to stay behind us, and God will continue to guide us. We shall not do it in vain. We shall never do it in vain. God that has started the good work will complete it. He's God. Nobody before him, and there will be nobody after him. God bless you all. I just want to make, as much as we are celebrating, I still want to arouse our consciousness as we go into 2025, that we should never leave any stone unturned. Firstly, I would like to remind us that concerning that video purportedly sent by Adura, let us all continue to hammer it, that it was Adura that sent the video. Every other narration is a counterfeit. Whatever they are trying to push to the public is not our business. That video came from Adura's phone, and whosoever was behind that phone should not be our priority. It was from Adura's phone, and Adura sent that video. And Adura should provide the remaining part of that video. Either they said it was old video, it was new video, none of our business. The complete part of that video should be provided by Adura. Let us all hammer on that. Secondly, anything that has to do with Odumosu is already compromised. As Odumosu is going, I want everything concerning Odumosu to be off. That toxicology and autopsy, every input of Odumosu must be removed from it, including the conditions given with that autopsy and toxicology. There's nothing like condition. When the government did their own Dabaru autopsy, no conditions were given to it. They took the autopsy result, they gave it to the police. The autopsy result was with the police for so many weeks. They were looking for interpreters. They were looking for translators. They were looking for substitutors. It was with them. They were doing rubbish with them, with the autopsy results. Even though they didn't do anything, they were with the autopsy results. Baba did not know anything about the autopsy results. Wumi knew. All the team Wumi knew. The government knew. And nothing was done. There was no confidentiality with that autopsy result that time. So why will confidentiality be attached to our own autopsy result? Baba should forget about that useless private autopsy or toxicologist, whatever. There's nothing like confidentiality. Baba deserves to know what is in that result. He must know. He must know. We know people that have called themselves by the name of the Lord in this justice. All of them. What did the one with devil? So for the fact that that pathologist was saying along, does not justify anything about the result. They must see, they must hear, they must know what is in that autopsy. They cannot afford to allow that autopsy to get to the court. Me, I keep saying it. If it gets to the court, then it will be disastrous. They must insist for that man. They must insist for that man. We are God of man. Kó fi Ọlọ́run sílẹ̀, kó má fọlọ́run búra, kó má fi èṣù búra. We are not interested in pé Ọlọ́run, anybody ò tí rí, Ọlọ́run, àwọn tó wà ní game ọba mi ṣe. Gbogbo yẹn na nonsense. Bàbá gbọ́dọ̀ bá fà á kó lè dandan ni. Wípé èmi ni mo sanwó, mo gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀. That is it. Kò sí pé anything kankan. They must know, Sashitu must know. Kó fún wọn ní sọ́mùì. Tí ó bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, ewu ń bẹ lóko ló ń gẹ ọ́. Plan ni. Odumosu hand is still in that autopsy. Odumosu hand is still in that autopsy and toxicology. Baba must remove his hand. Baba must see it. Sashitu must see it. Very, very important. If that autopsy does not include that MOHBAD had severe hemorrhage, then that autopsy is nonsense before his death. If that autopsy, tí ó bá sọ pé MOHBAD lose ẹ̀jẹ̀ tó pọ̀ gan kó tó kú, autopsy here is nonsense. If that autopsy does not reveal pé MOHBAD sustained an injury around his neck and his head area, then that autopsy is nonsense. Autopsy yẹn tí ó bá fi hàn wípé MOHBAD ó ṣèṣe níbi ọrùn lọ sí ibi orí ẹ̀, autopsy yẹn arúmọjẹ ni. If that autopsy does not reveal pé there was loss of blood supply to the brain of MOHBAD, that autopsy is total nonsense. If that autopsy does not reveal pé MOHBAD's brain suffer from what we call coagulative or liquefative infarctions, tẹ́pọ̀ àwọn cells brain ẹ̀ won't receive enough energy, that autopsy is nonsense. So much damage was done to MOHBAD's brain as a result of that crack. That autopsy must show it. If Baba asks for that summary, then sọ fún Baba pé nǹkan tó wà ní autopsy yẹn nìyẹn. Baba should discard that autopsy as soon as possible. It is nonsense. It will not be worth presenting in a court of law. So we cannot afford another empty autopsy and toxicology result to be taken to the coroner court. It will knock off part of our defense. I'm telling you the truth. So this is not the issue of pé ẹjọ́ Ọlọ́run tí rí èṣù tí rí o. We have to know. Lè gbé lọ lẹ́lẹ́kejì. Tá bá fi lè gbé lọ kí ni àwíjàre wa. What will be our excuse again if we allow it to get to that court? And that's why Baba must act now. Baba must act now. And Sashitu must act now. They must spoil their mission. They must spoil their plans. The pathologists and this guy, they have plans. So Baba must act to destroy their plans now before it is too late. Don't wait for any coroner inquest to open, please. I'm begging him. I'm begging those that can talk to him, please, to tell him that he must act now. It's very important. And for the DNA, I said yesterday, 3 people have said the DNA of that boy came back negative. 3 people have said it. Different people. Yam and Egg, Karima, General J, General BJ. They have said it. The DNA is not a nothing can change the DNA again. If there's any DNA result that comes back and say that boy belongs to MOHBAD, it should be discarded. It should be discarded. That boy is never for MOHBAD. So those things are sacrosanct. And that is what we should stand with going to 2025. God will never fail us. I want to say a big thank you to everybody. All the gladiators and the generals for standing for Baba Aloba. It's been a very tough 2024. We have been pushing forward. We have been standing firm. We have been unrelenting. We are not petrified. We are not afraid. And we'll continue to do so. 2025 is a year of retribution. Ọdún ẹ̀san ni. It's a year of karma for the evil ones. For Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo. And God shall avenge MOHBAD's death. For Wunmi Cynthia Adebanjo and all our supporters. It is a battle. And we move. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you very much.
General Vengeance. General Vengeance. Please. General Vengeance.
ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń pè yàn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Ajẹ́ nìyẹn. Kí ló dé náà? Your motto now for 2005 for now.
I can hear you.
Oh, Christian soldiers marching on to the justice. That is the motto. Is it not? Onward Christian.
You're right.
Mommy Yeti. Ever me drop Mommy Yeti. Please. I don't want to get angry this afternoon.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Vengeance. And he said, God, that which is why I want to say something happened in Lorry some days ago, a week or 2 weeks ago. IGP of police was in Lorry because of the death of a young man in the police custody. And the police IGP was telling them, I'm more alone. If I were there, I would stand up and I will attack him. I'm not going to attack him with weapon or anything. I'm going to attack him verbally because you should not be saying you're more alone. When you know the death was unnatural, there was blood. The brother of this boy saw blood in the police custody, and the IGP of police is talking about God. Yes, we should believe in God, or not everybody should believe in God. I believe in God. People believe in God, but there are some things that you can't say God should be taking charge when you know you can medically prove the cause of death of that person. So I think Inspector General of Police should have been saying that, going on that visit by commiserating with the family of that boy, for me, you went there for maybe for the camera, for anything, I don't know. But his statement was off, and I couldn't believe the Inspector General of Police of Nigeria would go to that place and be telling them and be using the word God when you know that some people actually did the crime of that boy in the police custody. So many strange things happen in Nigeria, and you begin to wonder. But let's leave that. I want to call upon my brother from another mother, Adisa Westo Adekunle Adejumo, one of the generals that gave us platform, gave us voice. He gives our voice to be speaking from last year up to this very moment, and he's still standing firm with us. And again, we need to also appreciate him for all he did or all he's still doing and what he's going to do again on the Justice for MOHBAD. Westo, you have the floor.
Wọ́n ti pe Westo.
Ṣé Westo tún la píopío ni?
Sorry, am I back?
Yeah. Are you on transit?
Of course, yes. And in case we are remember,
Can we hear you like this?
you can hear me, right?
Yeah, that is kind of noisy.
Just give me
Àwọn obìnrin ló wà. Àwọn obìnrin ló wà.
You can only
give me like 5 minutes there. I'll be back. 5 minutes.
5
I'll
minutes.
be back.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. We go to the next speaker, Canwealth. Can you unmute, please? Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Compliments of the season once again. Thank God it's an appreciation day. And then I would like to start by saying a big thank you to God Almighty who have given us this day. We bless God for the journey so far. And then we want to thank him for where he's taking us to at the same time. It's not been bad at all. We've had the good, the bad, and the ugly. We've had fantastic people. at least I'm a testifier. Being part of this amazing family is a great deal for me. It's a great deal for me. I want to thank everyone on this panel, on this platform, both panelists and commenters, and those who are not even here, but they are still part of this great family of God. I want to say a big thank you for your great contribution towards this justice for MOHBAD. I love rolling with like minds. I love the class of people who are on this platform, and then, or let me just say, for justice for MOHBAD, who are who are sincerely and genuinely for justice for MOHBAD. If I begin to mention names, I don't think I will have. Well, I may finish till maybe let's say around 3. But at the same time, I will only mention few ones whom I know that one way or the other, probably through chats, still on the same platform, not DM, with our paths have really crossed. I want to say a big thank you to Honorable York Daddy, Barrister Olayide, Neymoli, Barrister Oluwatosin, Mommy Yeti, and the woman with the golden voice, Mommy J Babe, and then Vengeance General, Mommy Coach, Mommy Maura Masoni, Mommy doesn't Ayegba Jeje ni Mommy, and then she will always hit it on the nail. She will hit on the right point. I want to say a big thank you to every one of you, BJ, Comfy, Barrister Olayide, Bayo Billions, and every other great, and Mommy Guresi, the Lord will perfect your healing. Mrs. Afonke. Oh, in fact, I can't just finish mentioning these names. You guys are awesome. You are fantastic people. The Lord Almighty will stand by you, will surround your household with helpers of destiny. For something of this magnitude to happen, and then people of these like minds are coming together to say no, it should stop. We cannot continue like this in Nigeria. No, and they're putting all their resources, they are putting all their effort, their time, everything into it. Honestly, you guys are amazing. I'm offering my heart to, for every one of you. And I'm saying genuinely from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate every one of you. And I'm praying that this 2025, because you are standing for a man who is helpless, the Lord Almighty will raise men to stand for you, even where your names will be mentioned and that you are not going to be there to defend yourself. Heavens will stand for you. Wherever your children's names will be mentioned and they need somebody to stand for them, heaven will raise people to stand for them. And I want to say that on this journey, this 2025 that we're looking at, nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing lost shall be our portion in Jesus' name. I equally want to say something. I just want to corroborate what General Vengeance just said. And he said something very, very cogent, and that has been bothering me as well. And this is the fact that thank God Odumosu is gone and gone forever. But at the same time, gbogbo handwriting tó wà tó fi sílẹ̀ àwọn remnant I feel that they should equally be erased totally. Sherry, if we are, it is not how far, but how good. It is better not to just pick some dirty pieces and move with it. If it will take the legal team and Baba MOHBAD to start this issue of autopsy again. Honestly, I think it would be better for us than kọ́ ní ká lọ ra ọjà òkùnkùn. Ká wá move yẹn. That would be a big blow. It will be a big blow. Fẹ́ nílùú, there's no point kò sẹ́ni máa gbé orin yẹn. So in other words, gbogbo nǹkan tó ti package fúnra wọn, every evil baggages and luggages belonging to Odumosu àtàwọn evil-minded person tó cohort ẹ̀. I think we should just, is my suggestion, if we can do away with all of this. And then let's know that, this one we are doing is directly from our source, which is the SAN. And then at that point, ọkàn wa máa balẹ̀. But going to the inquest with Odumosu's autopsy, for me, ọkàn mi ń shake o. I can't lie to you. I'm still bothered. I'm bothered. But anyhow, I know that it's not all about autopsy. The DNA is still there, and some other things that we can equally use. Employ láti get to the root of the matter. But at the same time, all we can say, or all I can say, is that the Lord will guide us. I rest my mic. Happy New Year.
Thank you so much, Mom Conrad, for that submission. I believe, since Baba, when Baba was making a statement, he was saying, "Nipa DNA, you will go and see Wahab Shitu SAN." So I think if he tender his complaint, he will know what to say. Just like we can continue to hammer on that DNA part, because you can see Baba was making some kind of gesture yesterday. One Bami Uloma was speaking. I can't remember what was speaking then. So I was just laughing what Baba was asking. So I think Baba is 100%. We want to double check the DNA. So we want to have there shouldn't be any hanky panky regarding that, because he has also said it could be a motive. He has said it countless times. Started saying it last year, it could be a motive. And after saying it was when this particular lady called him on the phone and said, you understand? So, and that was when Baba made this public, because Baba had the conversation behind. And that lady was saying Baba should go to court. That lady on Instagram, and Baba came out in public and said, DNA is a must, and it could be a motive, and the buying of MOHBAD. So I think Baba is 100% ready for that DNA, and it needs to be done this week, and he must be involved in everything, because we do not want hanky-panky on that. Thank you. Westo, are you ready, or should I go to Coach?
Please, Barrister.
Let me just quickly greet my people. So sorry, it's still going to be kind of noisy, but at the same time, it's better than before, I guess. Without wasting time, I would just say God bless each and every one of us for standing firm and for being a good family, a wonderful family. We've come through a lot, and we've gone through a lot. And to the glory of God, we are still alive today, not by our power. And I want to believe that for everything we have done, God has destined that it will happen, and will definitely do it. We play this part, we play this way. If not, there is nothing any one of us can do. And for that alone, I want to thank God for making me to know wonderful people like you. And, it is 2025 in view, no doubt. And I want to believe that the next year is going to be an amazing year. Nevertheless, I would not even want to mention it, because if I start, it will result to a very vast, statement for me, not to complete what I cannot finish. So I don't want to finish what I cannot, how do I say? Me,
It's not.
manage it there. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that you see wonderful people starting from all the names that started with A and ended with Z or Z as the case may be. I want to say thank you. Notwithstanding, I will mention Mama G this year because you mentioned my name several times, and it's good. Anyway, what you said, I said is correct. I just give kudos to your voice. The only voice that has no microphone that can sound like, Uber. I don't know if you have Uber in your voice. I said it, and I'm proud to have a voice like this. I'm beginning to wonder if you, Buresi, and Vengeance are from the same family. You can easily do a family meeting to see the dynasty is the same. But I won't be surprised if you are related because I can't imagine a voice like Buresi's voice, a voice like Vengeance, a voice like DJ. All the voices are, I don't know whether there is light or not, whether there is microphone or not, megaphone or not, you will just be hearing as if you have the speaker inside your brain, But it's just a great thing, it's a great talent. You can't compare the voice to that voice of, Olayide, Barrister Olayide, always on the low key. But one good thing about the three voices I've mentioned, Buresi's voice, Jide's, Avengers, is that these voices have really been used for something positive. The voices have been heard, and it is, the message is loud and clear. Wọ́n máa ní àwọn kan wọ́n ní àyè àti lo nǹkan tí wọ́n ní wọn ò lò dáadáa, but ẹ̀yin lò sí nǹkan tó dáa. Is it voice of vengeance that is not hard enough? Is it voice of Buresi? Is it voice of what is it called? G-Dave. At a point I was looking at G-Dave like G-Dave is a man. And I got to know that G-Dave is a woman. But to the glory of God, the good thing and the beautiful thing is that the voice has been registered, both were registered, and it is known for what it is known for. And it is not known for other things than the voice of justice. So I want you to keep it up now. I'm proud to know you, I'm proud of you. Likewise every other solo voice. A voice like a voice of Moimoli is just a solo voice, but you can see the content, FBI for that matter, so easy. The only FBI that is on the TikTok, I salute you. So Igami is not by the side, and Igami is not how small it is. It is the content, the delivery, the message. It's loud and clear. I extend this to Barrister Oluwa Tomi. Naimoli, I salute you always, you know me. And I want to give my special person here. I call her sister, I call her mommy, I call her everything I used to call her. That is no other person than my sister, native 70. I always respect you and I give you kudos. You are such a great talent and inspiration. May God continue to bless you. I will send this to Coach. That's no Rangers, if I'm not mistaken. I give you special. God bless you for all you do. And my brother, that is it. It is on this app that I got to know that you can be gentle, and before you get out of the app, you become a gangster. I noticed he started as like a pastor, like someone who actually wants to create a church to system. But fortunately, I see it turning to gangster recently. I don't know why. But it's a good thing. The gangster has a reason. So it's a gangster for a reason. So he's thanking God, bless you for what you do. More wisdom for you, and more wisdom to you. God bless you. And I believe. So I may be changing my voice because I'm back in the car. But let me just continue. Then let me greet again Vengeance. Vengeance, God bless you. I've just explained the talent you have gotten in the voice.
Let's do.
I'm
Happy
also
Tuesday.
extending this to Commonwealth and every family. I've seen that I've seen us there, I've seen our faces, I've seen wonderful people, pretty black and blue. Yes, are you there?
Let's do.
Hello?
That's it.
Yes,
Go
yes,
mute.
yes.
Just are you done? Are you still having
Not
one
really.
second? Or?
Because it is not conducive. Let me just mute. But before I go, I want to tell each and every one of us that we should not be distracted, we should not be it's all sorts of distraction for every one of us. But God will continue to guide and build trust. Thank you. Let me mute for now. Finally, is making you remember the name. I just have to mute because of the noisy people. God bless you.
Thank you. I think that was just good. Yeah, it's good for that. The thing. Was to. I want to add something in the comment, please. Short QZ. I think maybe I'm mixing it up. Someone called Lila came up here. I think she's part of us. I've heard her talk one or two occasions on different live. The other Leila is from the other camp, and she has been blocked 100%. That is blocked. Anybody can. So I know someone said, why did Leila change a picture from C7 to not having a picture? So this Leila you are engaging is one of us. At least I've listened to her speak on a live, and yeah, so they are not the same. The same name but different people. And so please don't let us have a in the comment section. Mommy, coach, if you are still ready, we go to the ish talk, the magnetic interpreter of our time.
Magnetic, but not they go. When magnetic, but not finish, I go can't talk.
Magnetic interpreter, the Lapipio master, Senator Ish. Are you ready? Or you are doing Lapipio already? So that I think Conwell wanted to say something. Are you there, ma'am? Hello.
I don't know. What I wanted to say the other time is that I don't know if I'm right. The other time, I think, was it Odumosu that went to inspected MOHBAD's body and said there was no mark, there was nothing on the body. And then if Odumosu was the person that did that, I think that if Baba Sanshitu is handling anything, I feel that he should be able, I don't know if if SAN can go and then inspect that body again from the crown of his head to the feet of his, to his toes. I just feel that if SN can do that, maybe that will, prompt him or give him an insight or another, I don't know, maybe that can contribute to the evidence or whatever he wants to push across.
Well, I think, but they still went to go and see the body before they did the autopsy and toxicology. So I think I want to believe, when the private one, rather, they probably took another specimen from the body, which I heard is for the current. The result, I think the result is out according to MOHBAD. So, would they want to go and check again? Well,
I'm just thinking aloud. Because only we have discovered that irọ́ ni Odumosu, irọ́ ló kún ẹnu ẹ̀. So lè rely on his judgment. Nǹkan tèmi feel nìyẹn, we can't rely on his anything. Kò tiẹ̀ sí nǹkankan tó sọ tó tiẹ̀ ní tó ní àlùbáríkà kankan nú. So that's why I'm just saying that maybe if an honest and more experienced, unbiased person with integrity, like SAN can do the checking for us. For Baba MOHBAD, it could go a long way láti dá òsì àwọn tension kan nípa result autopsy yẹn. That's all.
Dr. Wet, sorry to intercept you. The truth is, nothing or very little can be seen on MOHBAD's body as regards to injury sustained at the point of death anymore. Don't forget, they have taken samples, and if all we are hearing are anything to go by, the point of injury must have been lacerated, toy with a scalpel blade or anything. They used to collect the sample in order to further hide the injury. They must have messed up with that part of injury. Let's take that one.
The head. Can they tamper with the head? Yeah, they give méjì fast.
No,
they can. Because I think there was a part, allegedly, I think they said they took part of the brain as well. So they can.
Oh, God, Nigeria.
You might not see anything physically on the body again, but the impact of that fall, gladiators and general, the impact of that fall must be seen on the brain.
Yes.
The impact of the blood loss must be seen on the brain.
Yes, you are right.
The impact of cut of oxygen or shortage of oxygen supply must be seen on the brain. There are some signs and symptoms that the brain will show. You understand? To further cement the fact that this guy died as a result of blood loss to the brain and the head. And that should not be absent in the autopsy. And that's that anything that will show that is absent from the autopsy
should be kicked against.
Should be kicked against. Should kick against it now before it is too late.
I don't know. They are not ready to let me see.
Yes, they must see it. And Producer Walaba must tell that pathologist that no, I refuse to be cowed. I refuse to be deceived again. I paid for this thing and I have the autonomy to see whatever is there. It's not the law. No was given. No condition was attached to it. And therefore, no condition can be allowed to stand.
Even in law, if you check online, in law, it's approved. A private autopsy, the family have the right to having a.
Well, if the SAN we further approve of that, as in enlighten us on that. I think because I don't want us to just rely on Google. In this kind of very sensitive case, the law is what that is what do I say, is more paramount and of essence. We cannot rely on Google said this, but if we can seek professional advice from SAN, if Baba can seek professional advice from SAN, and SAN said yes, you have the right to see, then it's a good move. And then Baba will have to come out, vehemently say all, push it forward and lie. Nobody will follow you to that kind of inquest without him seeing that thing. I think is a good way to go. Maybe somebody should do the follow up.
Yeah. No, that's a blunt one. But I feel a professional.
Let's follow up this week. A follow up. Let's not just Kamaso. We say it. Maybe what we do henceforth. I'm a map out to plan this week or this month. What and what? Who and who is going to follow up on this matter? And then kini timeline. I think the way we do it in the office. If you are given any task, a task here. What is the name of the task? Who will do it? Taloma, you understand? Deadline. Let's. That is what we are going to do in this 2025. We can't afford to just say it and then be waiting and be dragging feet.
Action plan, like an action plan. That
is it. God bless you. An action plan should be initiated and things should move as much as
and when to achieve it. Yeah.
Benny, sir, please.
Yeah, no problem, ma'am. Yeah, no problem.
God bless.
Yeah, thank you for that feedback. That will be passed to the right quarters. We are just doing our own. We are doing our best, and this is what we are saying. Can come on board. Any suggestion you have? We criticize constructively. We don't do destructive one. We here, we are positive minded. We are not negative, especially on Just for MOHBAD. We point out what we don't like. We point out what can help and discuss, and that's where it is. Thank you so much. Can't wait for that submission. Emily, do you want to say something?
Let's say something. I know Leila keeps saying that this stuff, but what is the essence of seeing the result and it becomes inadmissible in court? And I keep saying something. The fact is this: I think the pathologist should even have 2 results, and any result. This is not whether Google or whatever. If you ask, it's proper. Go ask anybody. We all heard what they call this person, the 2 lawyers that spoke on Bukky Jese's live stream. I also asked someone else outside of this part, and the person said yes, they can do a private. The family can read it. And when I checked online again, it was still stating it that as long as the family is involved, they have a right to a copy of the results. Because that's why I keep telling some people that keep saying it is a public, MOHBAD is public. I keep saying it is not about public per se. MOHBAD was not found on the road dead. If he was found on the road by car accident, blah, 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 you cannot say public because public carried him, public saved him, public did this, public did that, blah, 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 blah. And it's a government property. But the family are involved. There is a family to it, and the family is requesting. So it's a 2-party thing, the government and the family. When I even said, it says a family can have a result, they have a right to the result. And what made me even do this was when I remembered I was telling was it Dr. Kemi lawyer on a certain live. They were saying, oh, IPA law, people keep coming with stupid things about IPA law. In as much as some of you work in healthcare system, it seems some of you still don't have some basic knowledge of what IPA law is about. I was trying to explain in them that when a patient is unconscious, the family that can give information about that person will be the first person to be in contact with. When that person gains consciousness, they will now ask that patient, who do you want information from? And that's where you even ask, okay, if you said this same person that brought me, let the person have information, that person will surely have information. MOHBAD's body is already a corpse, but yet again, is still a patient. But the next in line is who did the government contact? The father of the deceased was who they gave access to the body. Meaning Baba MOHBAD is next of kin to that corpse. So when the test was sent to wherever it was sent to NMS, he has a right to ask about information if this person was sent to this place. I gave an example. I said he didn't ask for result. In as much that they should even give him a result. He didn't ask for a result, but he asked if the detail of his family was sent there. He has a right. MOHBAD's body is not just anybody, but it is Aloba. It has a name. Not that it's a property, it's a government property. No, it has a name. So on this thing, if you even find out, let Baba MOHBAD confirm from Sanshito. And again, they should read what was, stated on it, except there is a written, how do I put it now? Is it law? No, I don't want, it's not law. Terms and conditions before they granted him the right to do his own private autopsy. If it is written that he cannot read his result till he gets to court, then it is fine. It can be read in court. Everybody has to be patient for it to be read at the inquest. But if it is not written, he has every right to read his own copy, and they should send their own copy straight to the magistrate and the Nigerian police. They can make 3 copies. Send one to the Nigerian police, send one to the magistrate, and they have their own. They have seen their own. So definitely whatever is there, and also the pathologist will have his own in his system, which everybody's own should correspond. So he has a right. Everybody should stop saying kineko, except that terms and condition comes from the magistrate saying we are granting you this right to do your private autopsy and toxicology on this basis, then fine. But I'm saying, if it is not on that basis, please, they should make sure that the court does not say when we open this, whatever we see is what we take, you are not going to do again. Although even if they try to say, they cannot even try it. There's high court. You can still redo your test. And that is why I'm saying those who are desperate for MOHBAD to be buried, they have a mission. Because one thing is this, when you get to the high court, whoever is handling it, if they say they want to recheck it again, everybody's test, they will still need MOHBAD's body to take samples, to take bone marrow, to take brain, or to take any part that they can take, and they will do what they need to do. So please, let Baba just confirm, let them read, let Sanshitu check it. If there is nothing like that in the terms and conditions, Baba can go ahead and read it. But I'm still thinking for Baba to say, let's give the man benefit of doubt, the pathologist the benefit of doubt. He has his right. Who knows? And even if they have read it, do you think they'll come and tell the public? They will not tell the public. They can't. But let's just hope that Sanshitu can go ahead, check it out, and read the terms and conditions that might have been stated with the letter that with the approval that he should do his private autopsy and toxicology. If he says nothing like that he shouldn't read it, then he can go ahead and read. Then send his copies to the rest people. They should have their own copies. Their own copy will be sealed. Baba's own can be unsealed, and the one he wants to give to Brekete can unseal it at his place. Or Baba can go there at Brekete's place and unseal it there. It's simple. I just think that's what I should say. Thank you.
Thank you.
I think she said something in the comment. Maybe that's why she's because of she was talking about can it be admissible? If we go with a autopsy that is not correct, are we going to take it to high court? Maybe that was she wants to come and clear, but I want to believe that was she come and clear.
Thank you very much, Barrister Olayide, for having me back.
Tolela, can I say one thing before you go on, please?
Go ahead.
Sorry, Glade Tolela. Sorry to intercept you again. I want to clarify that issue that General Nemoli mentioned. I want to strongly believe that no condition of confidentiality was given when that ruling was made concerning private autopsy and toxicology. If it was given, that pathologist will not be telling Baba, that pathologist would have told Baba, no, the condition with which this was given did not include so. So for the fact that the pathologist was trying to persuade Baba, was trying to be persuasive to Baba's request, means that nothing like that was said by the court. He was just trying to play a fast one in the name of God with Baba, and Baba has the right to refuse it. There's nothing like in the name of God in this case. So let me tell you, I want to remind you that they said Wunmi was on Mr. Yomi's platform yesterday in the comment section, asking that Tetiwali justice to buy. If there is one thing that is giving Wunmi confidence about this whole saga, is the fact that Wunmi knows what is in that autopsy result. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé òfegè ni be the first one, courtesy of Mr. Odumosu. So if we don't want Wunmi to celebrate again when this autopsy and toxicology will be read in court, Emperor Joseph Aloba must act now. Must act now. Wunmi is ready to celebrate again. Let me tell you, just like Gladiator Conway said, it is not how far, it is how well. If it requires discarding that autopsy result, let it be done. It is better we are not given the chance to do our own than for us to be given the chance and we now go to court to read the same nonsense the government read to us in court. It will be a double slap on justice for Mohbad. I'm telling you. And that will be very difficult to contest again. And that's what I want us to know. Government is ṣe tiwọn, wọ́n gbé rádaràda wá, wọ́n ní kí a tún lọ ṣe ti yín. Ẹ̀yin náà, please, just a minute. Àwọn náà ń gbé rádaràda wá, ó máa lágbára o. They should stop doing everything necessary now to stop that rádaràda that pathology is bringing to the court. I believe it is total rádaràda, and that rádaràda must not be allowed to stand. That is my point. They should overhaul that system of rádaràda they are bringing up to coroner inquest. They should not wait for. It would be a great mistake. Taba allow rádaràda and let it get to coroner inquest. it will be a double blow on J4M. Because forget about forensic, forget about anything. Body yẹn, nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí body yẹn wà important. Ó wà very very important. Ó wà very very important. Tó bá ní body yẹn wà okay, pé kò sí nǹkan tó ṣe body, ó wà lágbára o. A dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nǹkan ṣe body yẹn. Please, emperor should have. Àwọn tó lè bá emperor sọ̀rọ̀, kó sọ fún ẹ pé bàbá ẹ ní àṣẹ, ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀. Ẹ báyìí kí wọ́n lọ gbé Olúwọlé lẹ́yìn lọ́wọ́ lẹ́lẹ́kejì o. Ó léwu o. Ẹ má kí Wùmí go to celebrate o. Wùmí must not celebrate over autopsy and toxicology. God bless you.
Lady Leila.
Okay, thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Mr. Vengeance. Naimoli, unfortunately, I was not able to come up on your platform yesterday to address this. I believe that the last person, Madam Crown Wealth, was saying something about Baba MOHBAD consulting with Barrister Shitu, SAN, to find out if he has the right or not to the test results ahead of the court hearing. I totally agree with that. That's where I'm coming from. See, whatever an order a court has given, before the pathologist started work at all, he must have asked for a copy of that court order. He must have, because there will be things imbibed in the court order that he had to follow in carrying out the test he did. I'm not saying whether Odumosu knows the pathologist or not, but what I'm saying is whatever for the pathologist to have said that, wait till we get to court. Yeah, Baba is entitled. A family is entitled to a copy of a private pathology and a private toxicology and autopsy. But that will be after the result has been given in court. After it has been opened in court, then they will provide copies to all parties involved. It's not good to preempt something that is already in court. If you preempt, you are watering down the results. It's not even good that, it's a topic for everybody to talk about. Whatever it is, let Baba go and meet those who know how it goes. Barrister Shitu, SAN, Barrister Shitu, SAN, is now in charge. He will be in a very, very good position to advise Baba as to, okay, you have every right to have a copy before the court date. Oh, okay, Baba, by law, hold on, wait. After all, if the result is ready, and they give Baba with the condition that, please, do not discuss this in public. It behoves on Baba not to say anything about it in public. Because by bringing it to public space, we are making it, we are like diminishing it. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying this one. What I'm saying is, let those who have the know-how, technical, professional, and all that, advise Mr. Aloba on the way to go. That's all I'm saying. So if Barrister Shitu, SAN, advises Baba Aloba that, look, this is how it usually goes. Hold on. After the results is read in the open court, then you'll be provided with a copy, your own copy. Fine. If he feels that, no, this is not how it is done, you're supposed to have your copy before the court date, fine. But let us hand it over to a professional person who is going to be able to give Baba a professional advice. It's not for, every profession has its own. May I finish my line of thought, please, Lady Nomuli? Every profession has laws, rules, and everything that binds it. So if the guy, the pathologist is saying, this is the way I want to do it, and Baba's lawyer feels it's not supposed to be so, they will handle it. That's why I'm saying that let us pay less attention to this matter. Someone has given a very good advice. Let Baba take this matter to his lawyer. The lawyer would advise as appropriate. Fine. Thank you so much. That's all I want to say.
Okay, sorry, please. Quickly say something. If you remember the other people, when they first sent their results to them, are you saying they have a right to have opened it before getting to the court? Remember, they first saw the paper, the autopsy toxicology, and they said it was medical jargons. They have to send it back for it to be properly explained to them. Then they now sent it back. So I don't get why that is fair for them to do. And the father who paid for his own, and not the magistrate or the court that paid, because even he requested, they didn't order him. He asked for it. And it will be embarrassing that he will wait till that date and the result is compromised. Then he will now counter his own result. That will be the most embarrassing day. And what if he gets to that day, the magistrate now says, before we open this is going to be my verdict. When we see this, whatever we see is what we are going to take. There will be no debunking. You cannot counter it. This is what we will admit. Then it's going to now be read. Allegedly, I'm just saying, assuming, will now be read. MOHBAD died 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday. When we all know that as at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, 12th September 2023, MOHBAD was already announced dead. Please make it. And also, let's not forget, one of the people who rushed MOHBAD to the other hospital, MOHBAD's family member, Darosha, I would say, according to Darosha, and I say on the 11th September 2024, allegedly he confirmed it. He said it at the court that MOHBAD was already Agomotis gone. Stage 2 death, which happens within 24 to 48 hours after death. If we are to calculate it, that should be on the Monday. Yadura says, and I quote, according to her, allegedly to TVC channels, that allow on Monday to MOHBAD. If it comes on Tuesday result, how do you want to counter it? So I feel the legal team have a right to go read it, as long as that is not given. And even before, if they put that as terms and condition, they should state it that they will counter, because the previous person who handled it was already, they feel is compromised. So Baba should allow his people do the right thing. He has a right to read it before it's being given. They should read it for him. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
I think I need to say also comment on something before Lila. I don't know if she wants to respond to you before she respond. Baba getting to know the result doesn't mean that he's going to tell the public. They don't need to know. It's private. It's only he's be the only one that will need to get the proper. They will feed him. They might not give him the exact thing. How far what this? That's the only thing Baba wants to know from that autopsy. The pathologist can go to the court and be reading the medical jargons in the court of law. But the little at the inquest. But the little things Baba wants to know is what time did he die, the injections, anything that he needs to know, the little things. It doesn't need to come on. We in the public, we won't even know anything about it. Like a week to the inquest, or even any time they want it. He can even get it now. They should tell him now to know the result. He's not telling anyone in public to know about it. So the idea that maybe they tell about MOHBAD is going to come to public, we should notify that. That's what I believe, Lila. So do you want to respond? Because I want to bring someone up. Is Leila there?
I think she's on the call.
Barrister Olayide.
I think she has concurred. She has concurred with the explanation.
Yeah,
Because Oladimiji wants to come on, so I want to know if she's here. Yeah, go ahead. Go on.
Yeah, thank you. I love this discussion this morning. Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to all the commenters and the great panelists. This is I like the drift. Okay. I just want to say I'm a professional, and from the professional point of view, I would say that Baba deserves to know what will be presented to the court. Whatever is in the content of that report, Baba has the right to know. Like everyone have said, the only thing that Baba would not do is to disclose to the public. And I am wondering why whoever it is that is trying to shield Baba from knowing what the content of that report is. That is denying him of his rights. He may not understand all the interpretations of all the medical terms and jargons that will be in that report. However, but he needs to know the basic things that is in that report. And please, maybe we just need to probe a little bit further. That clause that they said that it was requested by the court, and then the court, no other person can see that the report. Please, can we see that clause? We want to know what clause it was. Who made that clause? Like I saw a comment yesterday that is to diminish or demystify. If I don't know if I'm correct, or or would not make that report valid.
Àwọn tí wúre ní
That's not. Anyone that
If
sees that is
somebody,
doesn't.
if Baba sees it, I don't know. That's not right.
Even when people are coming, sorry, Prince, if people are coming around and saying that if you diminish the result, it's not under our business. They should go and call for their own private autopsy and toxicology. They should go and do that. Baba,
no, how would that would be the greatest shocker of his life, either positive or negative. If we want Baba to go to the court before he sees that report. It's his private thing. He requested for it. Yes, the court granted it, but he has the right to know the content.
Exactly.
Okay.
And all we just need to do is to educate Baba to not share the content with anyone. But he, as a person, deserves the right to know. We are all professionals. We should act like one. I don't like boju fáwọn èèyàn, like we fáwọn èèyàn pé wọ́n illiterate ni wọ́n. No, that's not right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mami. I so much
Thank you.
appreciate the angle you're coming from.
1 second. Prince Oladimeji, please, 1 second before you go ahead.
Okay.
You see the reason why we are asking for the CTC. If we have seen the CTC, we will not be arguing this. And I see the reason why they are holding the CTC right about now. I just see the reason why it's not out up till now. Prince Oladimeji, you can go ahead, sir.
Okay.
That's another drift. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone. This is some of the intelligent discussion that I really love to have, and I'm so happy to be here this morning. And kudos to the Yeba Bagunwa, Leimoni, Vengers. I think those are the people that have spoken before me coming up on this platform this morning. And I so much appreciate you. I would have loved to engage Lila because there are some things that she says that were right, and there are some things that she says that, I don't know if she's a solicitor, a legal practitioner. I think we'll have been able to make some things straight, because we have close to 250 people on this, aside the people at the FYP. But the fact is this, you see, when a professional is working, they always make some things, especially either you are coming from anything that have to do with auditing. We always understand the CIA side of everything. That's number one. Then secondly is this, in any professional career that you could have make mention of, a professional career, and is in one way or the other linked with legal way, there are protocols, there are procedures to follow. And I think it is one key thing that we all have to respect. It is a different thing as a professional, it's a different thing when it's been linked with maybe a legal thing. Now, this is where I'm coming to. There is nothing at any point in time that would have given a condition between a client and the so-called service provider that you should not know the report of what you are bringing in. Even no matter how the professional jargons that you may be saying, which you may not be able to understand the interpretation, you will still know one or two things, which in one way or the other are key to what you are asking for or what you are requesting for your test. It's just like me as a person. I have an illness and okay, I have an issue in the court and I tell them that, say, I have this illness and you are telling me that, okay, we need a report on this from your GP. Even if my GP will send it directly to court, it would have made me to know one or two things about my report. Even if it's not going to be in the full details, it may be with condition. And yeah, I understand that, this case is in the public domain, which is not something, that people want to jump on. It is something that people want to be careful with because of the CIA concern about this. So in one way or the other, let me say it, I assumed, because normally I shouldn't be using that word, but let me assume that on the CTC, there are conditions attached. The first thing is this: women legal people are part of it, which is a condition that the report may not be disclosed until they get to court. That's one. Secondly, because the report may be exposed to public domain, that is number two, so that the CIA will not be broken. That's number two. Then number three, because they want it to be genuine at the level of presenting it to the coroner. Those are the three things. Now, with those three conditions, in one way or the other, two or three parties are concerned. Maybe the government is concerned, making it four. But however, it will now become a subject that at any point in time that this result is ready, there must be a little brief. It is possible that we have that in the CTC. So if at any point in time that we have a report not been disclosed until it gets to coroner inquest, then the question mark is who is requesting for this report? Who pay for this report? So if I pay for a service, no matter the type of law that is being around it, no matter the type of condition that warrants it, because before autopsy or toxicology, they will always have a court order. I know that. So if that will come to place, then if I pay for a service as a person, no matter the type of hint that you have to give to me, for me to know that, okay, my report or the result is something like this, it's fine. And it will come with a condition not disclosed. So it is a very simple term. It may just be in a logical way that, this is it, and that's all. We can't give you all. We can't tell you all. And I think that's we supposed not to. The CTC for this autopsy thing should not be more than that, no matter how it is. So if we are standing on that protocol of the CIA as it's concerned, it can't be more than that. And the reason why is because of the parties that are concerned. So that is all what I want to say. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
So can I talk now?
Yeah, coach.
Let's say Baba go. I think he was the one talking before
No,
you.
go ahead, please, ma'am. Go ahead. I'll talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll speak after
I
you.
will just be really brief because I really listen to what everybody is saying. And it's what I want to say before now that um I want to thank everybody that have been standing with Baba Mohbad since the inception or since Mohbad died. I want to thank everybody that has been standing unwavering, that have been showing their love to this wonderful man that lost his beloved son. I want to appreciate every one of us that have never from one day insult Baba Mohbad. I am thanking everybody. And I'm here to thank and appreciate everybody, one way or the other, that have stand to defend Baba Mohbad in the face of oppressor. Those that have come to see him down, that you stood and you have taken bullets because of him. Thank you for all you do. And as the Lord tarries, we are going to be here standing with him until justice is served in Jesus' name. Thank you, everybody. You are loved. God love you. And I wish you Happy New Year in advance. To the point of result being read, well, anytime you are offered something, try to know the condition that follow what you are offered. I think when they offer that autopsy will be, when they grant Baba Mohbad the power to go and do this autopsy and toxicology, we are happy because these people have said they will not grant Baba. This made us not to even ask the condition that follows it. I want to agree that there's no condition because we didn't see the CTC to even analyze. And at the point when there's an heated argument about where's the CTC, we want to do it. I remember someone was saying that they don't like the way we analyze CTC. It's making the case look somehow hard on the people pursuing it. I don't think we have gotten the CTC. Yeah, we were saying it that time. I don't think we have gotten the CTC. We won't be where we are this morning asking.
They say we should stop analyzing.
Huh?
They say we should stop analyzing.
So, at this time, we will have to follow or tread softly on about this result. One, we are just coming out of the man that compromised, the man we thought is working for Baba Mohbad on behalf of Mohbad, which is Barrister Odumosu. And we now see that the man is not straightforward in his dealings. And this made us realize, okay, we are going to take our case away from you. And having said that, we have to now look into Baba and tell Baba that, okay, you have to ask this question from Sanshitu. If you have the power now to ask for the result, according to the law that Nimuli just opened our eyes to now, that Baba has a right to have a copy of the result, even before it's read in the court, which is good. But now, maybe there's condition in court or in inquest that was attached, like the one they attached to the DNA, that the DNA will be coming to the court to be read. So we need to now ask by Sanshitu, being a criminal lawyer, and he has dealt with so many of this type of case before. Then when we ask him, he will now tell us the procedure to follow in this type of thing that will make the result still be admissible, in the court. Then there's another thing. If we have seen this one now, and it's becoming like, okay, we don't know if Baba can have it or not. Let us now look into the condition of DNA. The DNA is given. We don't know the condition. But someone said the result cannot be revealed to Baba before it's read in the court. So how are we dealing with these two issues? Now that we are looking at giving the whole case to a chamber, which is by Sanshitu, Baba will be able to even see the person he's dealing with periodically or on the basis of whenever he has something to share, to talk to the man. Sanshitu, not the person in UK that is dealing with on phone, and you don't know how many people the man is even talking to. because the man did not prove to us that he's professional enough to handle a case as fragile as a MOHBAD case. Every day I learn new things that when something is given you, I mean, you have a right to do the DNA if Wunmi did not ask for court order. You have a right to ask for what killed Mohbad if Wunmi did not lie. But when Wunmi have done all this and you think you are being cheated or something is wrong, and you approach the court and they are granting you this, I think, because if they grant Baba this autopsy with condition of reading this result before Baba get a copy, and we know that and when they grant it, we would have fought for that man. Lawyer, barrister, Sanshitu would have stood up and said, look, this thing, the father need to have the foreknowledge according to the law on ground. You don't have to say Baba cannot have the foreknowledge of the result he's paying for. That would have been ironed out in court before we get to this stage. But I believe that with Barrister Shitu still, taking the leadership of this case now, I believe he still know, with his knowledge of over 30 years, he knows his onions, he knows what he'll do, that will give us what we want, and that will reveal. Because sometimes they said it's because of what we want that we are not getting. But that will reveal exactly what killed Mohbad, how did Mohbad die, what date, what time, that will give us the justice we were seeking for. And then, lawyer, Tanshitu said something when the inconclusive result of the autopsy was read. He said it is not only autopsy that will determine what killed Mohbad. He said that it is not only toxicology that will determine what killed Mohbad. Even though they said it's an inconclusive result, that there's a lot of route to go and find out, that the case is just beginning or is just starting. So I don't want us to just feel like if we did not get this autopsy, we might not get it. We will get it. Let us believe. We have someone that has been a criminal lawyer for 33 to 35 years. I don't want us to fear that, okay, we are losing. We are not losing. Even Wunmi herself know that there are a lot of evidences out there. It's just about the lawyer to prove it and open up every secret they are trying to cover. About the result, we all remember that Mama Mohbad said, I believe that maybe someone already told them that this is what is in the result. But I still want to believe the pathologist that told Baba that nobody knows what is inside. Let us not just throw it away. Let us wait for Baba to consult with Sanshitu, and that will give us where we are going to go next. We won't say because Barrister Odumosi have done us bad, have really slapped us. Slap us in the face and at the back of our head at the same time. We won't say because they have done that, we will now throw all our effort into the sea or into water. Let us be patient a little bit. Let Baba go and consult with Shitu, and at the end of the day, we are going to know where we go again. Thank you, everybody. We are pained because the government of Nigeria put us in this position to be the investigative journalists that we are today. And a very analysis. We are all here for one thing. Either you are Team Wunmi, either you are Team Baba Mohbad in another group, either you are Team No Justice. We are here for something. And what is it? To know what killed Mohbad. Either the Team Wunmi, they are afraid. They want to know what killed Mohbad. If it's Wunmi, Wunmi is afraid because she's the one that do the deed. I don't want to cut my tongue. Then we are here because we really stood like a young man that, struggled to be where he was at the time he was killed. How will someone just come out and the following day died? No heart attack, no nothing. He just died like that. And I pray that God will give us the strength, the power, the wherewithal to stand by Baba MOHBAD till the end. Thank you, everybody, for listening to me. And I wish everybody a prosperous new year. I eat my mind. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Coach. Yeah, actually, I quite agree when he said Baba should approach Shitu for a legal advice on that. So I think everything still lies on Baba MOHBAD as it is right now. So it should be the one that be able to reach out to his lead counsel, Shitu, and let's know what his advice on that. Thank you. Are you ready?
Sorry, can I say something before you, Bagua, please?
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Sorry to interject you again, Ibrahima. God bless you for all you do for justice. There is what we call body of evidence. Body of evidence. It is a very important thing when it comes to criminal investigations. Everything that happened to MOHBAD has to do with his body. If MOHBAD was stabbed, it will show on his body. If he was killed by AK-47, it will show on his body. So as much as we know there are so many other ways to nab Wunmi for killing MOHBAD, emphasis should be laid on that body. We cannot afford to miss the chances of showing the court and the whole world that something was definitely wrong with MOHBAD's body. We cannot afford to do that. And that is why it is important for Baba to seek legal advice and let the pathologists know that no, I must know what is in that autopsy and toxicology result of the body. It is very important. We cannot take this for granted and say, okay, and because there are other ways to know, then this one, whatever they are bringing, let them bring it. No, that would be a total waste of energy, resources, and we involve a lot of emotional stress. So that body is very important, and whatever pathologist is bringing. And let me just to correct another thing. Everything Odumosu has done is compromised. Please, I don't want us to say maybe we should not throw away all the work of Odumosu. I can say it. Everything Odumosu has been involved in since the beginning of this case is compromised. I hope you are all aware that Odumosu also lost a case to African TV just because he could not file for the case appropriately. And that's what we call professional saboteur, professional sabotage. So he intentionally did not file the right files to prosecute African TV, and he lost the case. Every success you think Odumosu has achieved so far in this justice is compromised. Is it about the DNA? Is it about the cytotoxicology and whatever? So everything about Odumosu should be erased. I personally, I will not believe that pathologist as long as that job was given to him through Odumosu. I'm telling you the truth. And Wunmi that is saying Shetiri justice, justice, only got to. So we must shake the camp of Wunmi by removing every hand, every finger, every fingernail, every saliva, every mouth, every tongue of Odumosu from that toxicology and autopsy. Babaloba should let the pathologists know that omi tuntun ti ru, ẹja tuntun ti wọbẹ̀. Whatever he has discussed with Odumosu, that one should be the past and can no longer hold water. Whatever is in that thing must be known. Ẹ má ìka máa fojú wò pé àwọn míì wá ọ̀tá ti lè mọ̀. No, ìyẹn náà wá important o. Tó bá sọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí MOHBAD body, àwọn other evidences yẹn, all they have to do is to do small job and then the justice will come. But if you lose the opportunity of the body of evidence, there is so much work to be done in order to get to where we are going. So we cannot afford to lose that chances with the body of evidence through the autopsy and toxicology. God bless you.
General Vengeance, Engineers. I just want to chip this one to what you just said. Everything you said is the truth. But one thing is there. If there's a clause in reading that result, then the result is rigged before it's out. If there's any clause about reading that result, it's rigged before it's out. Because that's why I said, how will someone do DNA test? And you say they should come and read it in court. You cannot do it outside Nigeria. These are where elections in Nigeria are rigged. So I'm just saying that if there is anything like a clause aside what the law said that Nemoli read to us, then it means that even before we begin to say the result is rigged, it has been rigged without us knowing. Because that clause is not supposed to be there. And if Adebi we knew all this, if they give us the CTC, we would afford that one before we even go for the what are they calling it? For the test. We would have asked Barry and Ben Sashitu to tell them to take out the clause. Because we can go and do our own, and the wife of the late Nerolu, the girlfriend, can still go and do it. But now I don't know if the clause is there because I put if. Then we might need another legal personnel to chip some advice to us about giving Baba before it's read, or we do another one like you are suggesting and erase Barrister Odumo's hand from it. So it still depends on what Baba will discuss with Barrister Fashitu. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank
it's
you.
quite clear. That's what I'm saying. That
Yeah, thank you very much, Barrister Olayide. I just want to follow the line of thought of everyone that have spoken here. Firstly, I want to go to Barrister Oluwatosi. She made note of something very important, which is the CTC. If we had a copy of the CTC, I am 100% sure that one of us would have spotted that clause. And this brings me to say that the legal team failed. If the legal team is aware of that clause and then still went ahead without probing further to say why is this clause or why was this clause included, then I want to say they have failed us. There's no need of mincing words. We are all grown-ups here. Why would that clause be there? Why did they not query that clause? And if somebody knows what,
We are not sure if there's clause so
No, but somebody said there is a clause now.
No, they say if there's a clause,
okay, I get you, man.
We've been trying to get the CTC. I don't know what's going on. So the time we had.
I want to say, okay, then who is saying that Baba should not see the copy? Was that just makeup? Did they just make that?
The pathologist is the pathologist that is telling Baba.
Probably Baba reached out. I think. Sorry, ma'am. Probably when the discussion about this happened, and Baba actually called. Baba would probably reach out to him. Maybe that was what he told Baba. You get. So now the thing is now the best situation right now is for Baba to now reach out to Wahab Shitu, saying that this is development. What do you think about this?
And I want to say, right, this is
the pathologist. Sorry to interject you, ma'am. That means there's something wrong with the pathologist because under allegedly, if it is right that he did that, right, is wrong for that.
Namely, or
medically.
Remember that court order was given to the pathologist for him to be able to carry out this thing. You can't. You need to get court order. Anyway, if you want to take it to, let's say, you want to take it to Sokoto or something, you still need a court order. So that when you are getting the specimen and everything, you are going to back it up. Maybe you are encountering the police or anything. You get so definitely maybe something is in the court order from the court.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I'm saying. If they are
Pathology
terms and
might be
conditions.
saying those things about Mohbad based off the photo that we don't know. I don't know, and that's less of
And okay, if let's just assume, let's now. This is assuming, it's not a fact. It's not a
Yes.
statement of fact.
Of course, yeah.
Now assuming that this clause is there, are we saying that this is right? Is that the right thing?
It's not that what we are saying. They're only
Why?
saying it now too.
Exactly. I'm just trying to follow her thought, her line of thought as well. Why was it not spotted? Why would professionals think that I do not have a right to see my report before it's presented to another party?
Hello,
That's what I'm even saying. Because even the legal one, you also need the family, the next of kin, to give you a go ahead to read it. Third parties have no right under health, whatever, under health care. The man, the pathologist. That's what I'm even saying. The pathologist now, whatever the pathologist got, he should share it with Baba's legal team. Let them read it. He has no right to say it. Did they brief Baba that I would have given you this to read, but this is what they sent to me because that way it vindicates him. Did he say that to Baba Mohbad? Because he's meant to explain his profession. You are the right person. You paid. Normally, you are to read this before we send it. Because really, let's even look at it under this police one too, right? Allegedly, they wrote then that they saw it was jargon. They had to send it for them to. What if it is jargon? Why can't he check it out? He needs to check it that it is not jargon. Medical jargon. So they need to put it in the layman's English. And let's not forget.
That he understands.
Yes, let's not forget. They said it is abroad. So
can I
abroad
tell you something? Can I say something to you guys, right? In my profession here, I'm not a law profession, but if I'm representing my client in the court, my client 3 weeks, a month before that hearing, my client is supposed to have been given a copy of the report that I am sending to the tribunal. If my client did not see a copy,
thank you so much.
If my client did not see a copy of my report, I'm sorry, that tribunal is not going to go ahead, and that is malpracticing on my side.
Exactly.
That is breaching my code of conduct as well. So I don't know where that would happen, because they will be asking my client, have you seen a copy of your report? And my client will be so honest to say, no, I haven't seen it. Honestly, I'm going to be in trouble. If you're my staff and that happens, I'm sorry. It is going to go in your professional development file.
Thank you. Because what if the court now says, do you agree to what you say yes to what he hasn't seen?
Nemoni, can I have to what you I make mention of something.
If my client needs an interpretation to it, I have to make provisions for it. So it is explained to them, like Nemoli said, in a layman's term. And when you're writing your report, you have to write it in the simplest form of English. You don't use jargons. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I wanted to say something.
Can I quickly say something?
Sorry, give me 30 seconds.
Can I just say just one word?
Okay.
Yeye Babagunwa and everybody. The person that can that can make us understand what condition follows is the man on top of this case, which is Sanshitu, not even Odumusu. Because if Sanshitu come out and if Baba went to meet Sanshitu or call Shitu on phone, and Shitu made Baba to understand that there's a clause. I say clause because it's not law. It's the magistrate that put that clause on it. If that clause says there's no place to read this first, only in the inquest, I am telling you, they have bring it before it's being conducted. Because if they don't have a way to manipulate the judgment or whatever they want to get, you won't put that clause. You bring it out. Even if Mohbad specimen, they send it and it come out that Mohbad bled to death from head. If Wunmi did not agree with it, Wunmi can still go and do his own because body of Mohbad is still intact somewhere. This thing, to me, I'm just saying how I felt that they have rigged this thing before the result come out. They rigged it. They already know what they want to do before we even send the people to go and do it and bring it. And we still put ourselves in the hand of a dubious lawyer in the person of Odumosu, Taiwo Odumosu. Thank you.
Yes, sorry, please. I don't want us to to be one-sided about this. I'm just trying to be conscious about some things. Don't let us don't let us be using the word rape. Don't let us be using the word rape. Yeah, it happens. If a result is not being read before it being read, it means that there is a possibility or there is higher chances of that result being read. Yes, I agree with that. But on this case, I don't want us to close our mind on it. Vengeance make mention of some things, which is very and powerfully significant on this. If someone like Wunmi could come out and said, justice is 10 washetiri, it means a lot. But again, he made mention of something which really caught my attention. The case of African TV with Odumosu. What exact thing happened? It gives me a lot of insight that, come think of it, talking about compromising. There is a possibility that there is something fishing going under the ground that we don't know. But with me, I will not jump into that conclusion yet. And the reason why is this. I believe the law in US, in United Kingdom, in Nigeria are the same. If there's going to be a difference, it's going to be slightly. And that will be based on the scenario of a case. That will be based on scenario of how a case is. Now, there are some precedents that have happened which are very related to issue about Mohbad, which has happened all over the world. We have some criminal case, we have homicide case, we have them numerously all over the world. But the fact there is this, at any point in time that we are saying a professional have to compromise or that they have to soft pedal on what they have to stand firmly for, it means that a lot of big thing is happening because this is something that can easily pull them under the box or that can even withdraw their license. If we are saying something that can jeopardize a work that someone have done for over 30 years, we have to be super conscious on that word. I understand the situation, how Nigerian is, and how we can manipulate things. But we should be super conscious about it. Now, let me leave that. Let us go to this. Because Yebo Bakwa make mention of something the other time, which is, no matter what, if a client come to me as a medical practitioner or me as an IT person, okay, I did a forensic and I discovered that there is a fraud in an organization. And with the audit that I did, I have to present it at the court of law. In one way or the other, who are the stakeholders? Who are the people involved? The people involved, I can't go to them and tell them this is what the result is. But when it comes to a case like this Mohbad, a Mohbad case, it is under a legal precedent or procedure that in one way or the other, you are presenting this, which is related to a medical condition of someone who is the closest relation to this disease. then that type of person, in one way or the other, the report must be shared with confidentiality without breaching the CIA of it. So I have a belief that that result, no matter the type of condition that we have from the CTC, it must be stated there. And when I look at, okay, who really pay for this test to be done? What are those tests that they make mention to be done on this autopsy or toxicology? Then it will give me a big fact that when I have an order from the court with all the condition that is coming from it, these are the order from the court. You, as a professional on autopsy or toxicology, I'm giving you this to do for me. I'm the one that is giving you work to do. Then, no matter the type of condition that is coming from the court order that I'm giving this with you, then I must have, in one way or the other, a sample of or some little info of the report. Don't let us compromise it. The legal thing will be there. The medical CIA of a thing will definitely be there. Not to compromise the report, for the accuracy, for the confidentiality. Things have to be done accordingly. So, in one way or the other, without any compromising, it is the league people of Baba MOHBAD that some of these things, they may understand it much more better in the sense of we have to keep this because it must be kept for our evidence. So what I'm expecting, if Baba MOHBAD have it, it is possible that the man will come to public that, well, I've not seen this. However, I believe it's going to be a good one. I don't know if you understand. It's just a matter of, oh, I just have to keep this. I just have to, because at any point in time that he exposes it to the public, definitely it will go viral, it will damage the evidence. Then secondly, there is something about Nigerians that we have to understand. The, what do they call it? The president of Nigeria want to read a statement. The statement was out a day before this man read it. We should understand something, that there is nothing hidden as far as Nigeria is concerned. Wired in one way or the other, and that's how Nigerian is. So if the report is out, is being compromised, it may be hidden because of the power that we may have. To that level, either one person is being compromised to be an agent for Wumi or not, or either the godfathers that she had having one leg in there that can give them, this is what I want you to do about this. So there are some times that we really have to understand how some scenarios are, and we have to know how to handle them. It is not as usual as it happens all over the world, especially when it comes to the case like this in Nigeria, our country. So it will now come to a level whereby when we want to understand the authenticity of the report that they are giving to us, because mind you, it may be difficult for us to challenge any report that is being presented or being presented at the court or at the coroner inquest. So, in one way or the other, if that report is being compromised in one way or the other and is being presented, it means that there is a fire on the mountain. If Odumusu or the legal team of Baba is saying that apart from the autopsy or toxicology, there are still more ways of us getting the report, then by now I'm expecting things like the forensic of the phone to have been done. We know in one way or the other, either we like it or not, the phone of a thing is within the space. which whereby people don't even really understand what exactly is going on about that. But if we can have the phone forensic or the digital forensic as well, in line with all what we have, in one way or the other, the logic will tell us something. The logic will tell us something that we should be able to add up and get the exact thing that really happened about this. So, these are facts. It is not as a direct thing as we are looking at. If one way is compromised, the second way is being compromised, then the third way, in one way or the other, we will have an element of some things that can give us a limelight or a shine light to the path that we are going to. So it's difficult. It is not straightforward. We should know that. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Can I quickly state something? Please, everyone, if you have your tab beside you, your laptop, your second phone, go on Google, please, so that let's read this. Toxicology on MOHBAD, medical jargon. Please type it on your search engine, because I don't understand all this stuff that we're saying. I still stand on the ground. Baba can still check, and nothing will happen, because what if it is medical jargon that is there? Please, no, check. I beg anybody where don't go there.
So I think for me,
just go on the search engine of your Google, toxicology on MOHBAD medical jargon. Type it in the search engine.
I not get Google for my phone.
Your web page. Just type the search engine, toxicology on MOHBAD medical jargon. You will see Punch newspaper, Vanguard. So I'm going to open the first one, which is Punch newspaper. Autopsy states toxicology on MOHBAD ready pathologist. It was written on the 26th of April 2024. Concerning what I said earlier, let me quickly read this now. It says autopsy, toxicology on MOHBAD's body ready. Pathologist begins analysis. And this is it. Let me read it out for you. A toxicology test carried out to determine the cause of the death of the late singer Ilerioluwa Oladimeji aka MOHBAD has been concluded. Punch Metro reported that the test was being conducted in the United States. State Counsel Oluwaseun Akinde, who confirmed this to the coroner court sitting in the Ikorodu area of the state in November 2023, said the autopsy into the external body of the deceased. I think I'm bouncing back. Barrister Olayide, let me mute first. Sorry, my baby. Belle. Thank you. Said the autopsy into the external body of the deceased was completed while the toxicology test had to do with the internal body. That's the breakdown between toxicology and autopsy. Autopsy is external, toxicology is internal. However, an official of the Lagos state government who pleaded anonymity, that's anonymous, being anonymity, as he was not authorized to speak on the matter, told our correspondent on Thursday that the test result had been sent back to Nigeria. He added that the copy had been transmitted to the police. Going forward, the toxicology test is ready and given to the police. We projected 10 weeks from the outset, but it came in before then. The laboratory that would have done the job was burnt down during NSAS protest. So the sample has to be taken abroad, and now that it has been brought back, it is for the police to proceed with their investigation and charge people who needed to be charged to court, and call on the government to prosecute. On this note, the day we were analyzing this, we were analyzing that means the result, some people should have been prosecuted in that result on this part that they said anonymity. But the one that we saw online, nobody was going to be persecuted. But let's go ahead. Allegedly, please. Let's not forget that. But as it is, I think the Lagos state government has done what it should do. The ball is now in their court. The official disclosed. Don't forget, this is April. This was April. The other result was read in May.
Let's continue. Sorry. A source in the Lagos State Police Command who also craved anonymity as he was not permitted to speak to the press, confirmed the result of the confirmed the receipt of the result. The source said, the toxicology report is with us. It arrived on Monday, but it is medical jargon for us. How did they know it is medical jargon if they haven't opened it? If it is fake, how would you know it is a medical jargon? Let's continue. Mr. Vengeance, let me finish reading so you'll be able to speak on it. Sorry, please. Medical jargon for us. We don't, now this is it now. We don't understand what it is. Even you, and you speakers, you, commenters, fencers, everybody, you, me, every one of us, is that even you will never understand what it is. If there was no opening, how would they know you can never understand what it is? Allegedly opened. So it has been sent back. Sorry, let me take that back. Sorry. So it has been sent to the pathologist who carried out the autopsy to interpret it in layman's terms. Once the interpretation is out, it will be announced through the office of the PPRO. This was in April. Going further, they said the police, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to go into the other talk, but this is the major key point, what I was bringing out, where I referenced earlier on. They already stated it. They saw it, allegedly. Now, yeah, the source said the toxicology report is with them, is with us. It arrived on Monday, but it is medical jargon for us. We don't understand what it is. Even you will never understand what it is. So it has been sent to the pathologist who carried out the autopsy to interpret it in layman's terms. Once the interpretation is out, it will be announced through the office of the PPRO. So why can't the father of the deceased, who paid for it, should get a separate pathologist to break it down for them what is being written? What if it is medical jargons, as this happened earlier on? Please, it is not a crime. If this is our leader, we are following our leader's step. We have to follow our leaders. Let's respect our leaders. They did it. Why can't Baba Mohbad check? He paid for it. I just thought to read this out for everyone. Thank you. Let me mute.
Naimoni, thank you for that. I opened that same. I opened for.
Sorry, let me. Sorry, let me. I'm not. Please. I think what he read. I don't know the person that the punch is about getting in touch with. I want to believe is the police officer in charge of the case. Probably the IPO or the homicide department of the Nigerian Police Force. That is who I want to believe they reached out to, because they can't reach out to the court, they can't reach out to the magistrate. The only person they can reach out to is the police who are in charge of the case. So most likely, the police officer, remember that you were in court when they were saying it was IPO, the IPO Mohammed in charge of the case was getting even the specimen was with him at one point in time. Then Emily, can you confirm that, please? Can you really remember that story? You understand? So definitely,
Yes, when the pathologist was questioned.
that's the person the punch reached out to, and he said he couldn't, but I've seen the result, read it, but because he's a medical person. Then waiting for the pathologist to come and read it in court for us, because I think that's what is in that report, and I stand to be corrected. But based on my own knowledge, I want to believe this they are the only person they can reach out to. You can't reach out to the police in a case like this. You can't reach out to Baba. You can't reach out to any lawyer. You can't reach out to the person in charge of the case, which is the IPO Mohammed Yusuf and his other colleagues in charge of the case. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I have some of the latest report, which is from Vanguard, Guardians, and then Tribo. Now, it is very similar. I think October. From Tribune is 22nd of October. On Guidance, 27th of April. I think that's similar to what Neil read now. And then on Vanguard, the Vanguard is April as well, which is 26th of April. Now, before I go on with this, there's something that came to my mind, which is when a lecturer marks a script, I'm not talking about Nigeria, I'm talking about Western world. When a lecturer marks a script, we do have a second marker. The second marker, in one way or the other, if in case their report is not aligned and the student sees it, that the report that is coming from each of these markers are not aligned, and due to that, they've cut down its mark. Now, we do have, in one way or the other, a third marker or an external marker coming up on that script. Now, that tells me something, that even no matter what, if we have a private autopsy, there are still some ways